Hello, my name is Zhizao Hongjie Wang from China. I've never been to Singapore before. I hope one day I will. So I can just ask a naive question, from a view of the outsider. I hope it's not entirely irrelevant. I think it's an exalted idea to encourage people to work harder and to have a decent life. But you mentioned something like that you would actually make life harder for people who are not willing to work in Singapore. And this actually reminds me of something I saw earlier this year when I was in the US. I was actually touched by some of the freedom some of the people enjoy there. They could actually, just have some unconventional and even chaotic years of their life. They could be anti-establishment. They, could just be different. But if your society works this way, won't you, deprive the freedom of people who just want to be wild and anti-establishment for at least for a period of time? Okay.
That's a totally great question. But in Singapore, there isn't room to enjoy a few years of quote unquote wildness.
Right.
You can't.
So unfortunately,
where's the creativity? Where's the chance to kick back, think, and smoke something interesting?
So there are two parts to that question. First, you're free to be as wild and wanton and take time off and do what you'd like with your life, but you don't have to get state assistance for doing so. That's the point. The more serious point, though, is that it is true that developing Singapore into a more innovative society, which is what its future has to be, does require a certain amount of free play of ideas at the level of the individual and groups of individuals. And we have to allow for that. And I don't think allow for that means we just mimic what the Bay Area and the United States is. We are a different society, but we've got to evolve. We've got to give more free play to the individual and to individual choices. They may be right or wrong choices, but people will learn with time.